So one of the things that we get asked a lot when an organization is looking to go paperless is really related to security. Organizations want to make sure that whatever information they are storing within the solution, it is going to be secure. People can't get to information they're not supposed to. When they are on these documents that they're looking at, you don't want them to be able to make any changes to them. You don't want them to be able to delete information incorrectly. And if there are items like this taking place, you want to have some sort of accountability or an audit trail of all the activity taking place. So this is an interesting article. It's a bit dated now, almost 3 years old, but it's still relevant as organizations today are really still exploring security aspects related to enterprise content management. They're still dealing with items that might be related to this. And this was actually a story that really went all the way up to the higher echelons of the U.S. government. I mean, the Senate was involved, Homeland Security, and basically what happened is that there was a TSA document or documents really highlighting sample CIA cards, identification cards, the SOP or standard operating procedures that they used. And what happened is that before the document was released online, they redacted some information. But it wasn't actually a proper redaction. They merely just drew a black box over the text in, I think, Adobe Acrobat most likely. So because it was incorrectly redacted, redaction being your whiteout or your Sharpie, if you will, what actually happened is that when the document hit the internet, the blogosphere got hold of it, and all they had to do was just copy and then paste the underlining text into Microsoft Word, and they could see all this very sensitive and confidential information. So the following video actually shows the discussion, again, at the higher levels of government, and it's pretty interesting. So take a look.
Mr. Beers, I have a copy of the TSA Aviation Security Manual that was posted on the internet. And every single page of this manual has at the top of it sensitive security information. It goes on to say that unauthorized release may result in civil penalties. So how did this happen?
There's no question that this was inappropriately posted on this website, and that the protections that were supposed to have been put in place were not adequate. This, I think, represents a breach of all of the protocols that you just noted in indicating the nature, sensitive security information, do not disclose, etc. All of those, I think, are correct. As a result of this, but let me make two other points first. The first thing is that this document that you're referring to is a document which was for supervisors. It was not for frontline screeners. So the actual screening procedures that a TSO, a transportation security officer, would actually use at a screening point are not in that document. The second thing is it is an older document. It is 6 versions ago.
This is important if we're talking about making sure that people who would do us harm don't have the ability to falsify documents. We've given them a textbook on how to do so in this manual because we've showed them exactly what documents look like for individuals who are likely to receive less screening because they have these documents.
There's a review of the actual incident. There's an IG review going on there, and we are looking at what the implications are to security.
So as you can see in that brief video, it's really an interesting discussion. I think the most interesting part of what was kind of discussed is that this document that was leaked was 6 versions old. So not only are they posting online in this case, or the document that was leaked was 6 versions old, but again, they have an actual versioning problem. They have a problem managing the revisions of their documents as well at the highest level of government. So not only could a standardized document or enterprise content management solution help them out, not only from a security or redaction standpoint, but really from a versioning standpoint as well. You know, providing one consolidated, simple version for all staff to access is always going to make things easier on everyone. So just an interesting story. Again, this is rather old, being that it's from about 3 years ago, but we thought we'd share. And yeah, where do you think the industry's gone since then? We'll leave that up to you. All right, take care.